Hi guys, welcome to Dragon's Cave. My name's Karen. I'm going to try today something that I saw on Daniel Cooper's channel, and it's making resin paper. So just going to do, hoping it works somewhere near as good for me as it did for him, but yeah, I'm not overly confident on that front. Looking a mess already. Just going to do 3 colours. I'll use different spoons for them all, let them dry after I wipe them down. This is just a sheet of greaseproof paper that I just stole from my husband's kitchen. I don't do kitchens. It did take me a little while to hunt for it because I don't know where anything is in his kitchen. It's just plain white. So I am going to pop some UV resin into each of these. Sorry, you can't even see that, can you? Mix up some UV resin with the mica powder. Hopefully that'll be enough. Don't want to do a massive amount, especially for my first attempt. So I'm going to get this mixed up and I will be straight back with you. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to unfold my greaseproof paper and bring my cups where you can see them. I'm just going to kind of drizzle this about a bit. Now, generally speaking, because I've mixed this so opaque, it would have difficulty curing under UV light, but because it's going to be so thin, hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. It was over there, out of the way. Now, if you haven't seen Daniel Cooper doing this, I do suggest check out his channel. Be very surprised if you're looking at my channel and you haven't seen his, to be fair, but okay. So the next thing to do, put this down and spread this out. I think I've used a little bit too much here, but we'll see. And if you can see through the paper, try and see that there are no kind of bubbles and gaps in the colouring in here. Because when one of the colours is white, that doesn't really help much. I've put too much in here, I can already tell that, but I think it'll be okay. Now, just really spread it out. Squeeze that a bit too hard there, you can see it's pretty much vanished. It'll be too thin, I think. Okay, so I'm going to pop this and get this out. Oh dear, I'm trying to do too many things at the same time. I'm doing 3 or 4 videos today, so kind of shot myself in the foot a bit here. I need the space. So this is the plastic sheet from my Less Resin UV light. It's a little bit too big for it, but I'm just going to pop this back under and I will be right back with you. See you in a sec. Okay, so this has had a few minutes under the UV lamp. So cross your fingers for me. Yay. I think it's worked, you know. Sorry about the crackly noises. Trying to get it off here while it's still warm. It's a bit too thin in places right at the end here, but that's okay. Just peel that off, and I will put this to one side so I can use it again. And now, let's see if this works. So I've got a craft knife, got my, just so I can get a straight line. I'm going to cut it before it gets too hard, if I can. It's a little bit thicker than it should be, I think. Is it going to crack? Or am I going to have to put it back? So, I think what I need to do, cover your ears because I'm getting my heat gun out. It'll help if I plug it in, won't it? Oh dear. Too many things plugged in. There we go. Unplug that. Plug this in. So I'm just going to give it a very quick blast with the heat gun. Hopefully this will soften it enough to be able to cut it the way I want to. I just want to cut a couple of very thin strips, so that doesn't help when the thing's moving, does it? No, I think I've made this too thick, which is a shame. Oh, scissors. Now that I've marked it, I can actually see where to cut. Yeah, it's definitely thicker in the middle. There we go. So I want to do another, want it to be a very thin slice. So again, actually managed to score through right at the end there, but where it's thicker in the middle, I need to find a better way of spreading it really. Right, so what's the plan? The plan is, cut that end off. I'm going to grab a thin paintbrush. I'm going to try to curl this around the paintbrush. So I'm going to have to, again, use the heat gun. Try not to burn myself. What have I got here that I could use? Never find a pliers when you want one. So I've got to hold that end and heat. And there you go. Very quickly went floppy. So it's quite hot, so be careful if you're going to try this yourself. And direct the blast away from my fingers. There you go, it's uncurling. So I haven't held it properly at the other end. But if I heat it up enough without actually setting fire to my fingers, hopefully I can get this to curl and stay. I can hold it there until it's completely cool. Hopefully it will retain its shape. There you go. So I'll bet this is too big for the mold now. I've got this small mold here. I'm just going to pop that in there and start with a thin coat of UV resin to kind of hold it in place. Probably should have put the resin in before I put the paper curl in, but I think we're going to end up with bubbles trapped underneath it. Okay, so it's held its shape for the first coat. I'm going to go in with another layer of clear. I'm going to want a very small space for the back coat. And obviously this is going to come up higher anyway than the edge of the mould by the looks of it. I need to clean my UV resin bottle. I can't get the lid on it, so mucky. Okay, so again, get the bubbles out of here. Make sure there's none trapped underneath in there. And then I will be back in just a minute. Bye. Okay, so this second layer is set. I'm just going to put a very thin layer of UV, this kind of like a blue interference powder mixed in with the UV resin. Bring it round to the edges. Yeah, I thought that would happen. It actually is proud of the mould. I haven't got quite enough in here either. That goes under there. Pop a little bit more UV in here and hope that does it. Yeah, I know your idea of a little bit and mine are probably different. Any normal person's idea of a little bit is different from mine. Because as well as being clumsy, I'm quite heavy-handed. So this is not going to turn out exactly as I wanted, but it is just a first attempt, so hopefully it'll be okay. Get that in there. Pop this back under the light, and I will be back in just a tick. Bye. Hey guys, this is ready to come out of the mould now. Nearly but not quite level with the top, but let's give it a go. Yeah, hold your breath. Oh, actually, that turned out really well. Obviously up here where the white has gone underneath, and I did think that when I did the second layer that it had actually pulled away from the mould, and I was right, because the white has actually seeped down a little bit. But overall, for a kind of proof of concept type thing, I'm very, very pleased with it. Hope you like that. I'll get some pictures and I will see you for the next one. Get down here so you can see it a bit better. Unfortunately, you can see the mess on my mat better now too, but yep. So you can see where the white kind of started going down the sides, but it's got quite a nice depth. Wish I'd curled the paper a little bit more and not had it so deep so that it was properly in and the white didn't get underneath the curl here. The window's shining on that. But yeah, in general, I'm really, really pleased. So see you soon. Bye.